Hello, my friends. This is Daniel again, lesson 4 of our Awakening to Vitality course. And this is about exercise, how we have to move to make ourselves vital and healthy. So, this is in the middle of our course. We will move later with nutrition and how to eat. And at the beginning, I'm strongly advising you take one of our assessment, which are available, accessible on the link you can see here, or in the attached documents of this lesson 4. And based on this assessment at the end, you will be able to first compare with the other participants, and we will talk about results of this self-assessment later on our regular bi-weekly coaching, which you are strongly recommended to be participating. Invitation you will find in our groups, in social group on Facebook, and as well invitation will be on the Kajabi platform. So in this short assessment, you will be able to respond all the major important parameters, levels of your exercise, how much, how often, what exactly are you performing, what sports you are doing, what do you consider as good at, and of course, how we would like to organize your exercise, how often you have a time dedicated right now. And we will talk about also about frequency and volume of the trainings, what should be surprisingly sufficient to perform, to start, initialize our rejuvenation, our longevity genes. So we'll ask you also about your general feelings of your body, what is your performance, and importantly also, how do you regenerate? It's important also to say that regeneration is the most important part when you are performing, your body is performing adaptation and improving. And a little bit about tools and measurements. How do you plan? How do you forward your expertise in exercise? What are your goals? Okay, first of all, important reasons why you should actually move, why it's good for your vitality, for your longevity, and for your health. One of the most magical reasons is that actually any kind of movement is actually consuming your blood glucose, which is the most important factor, as for the centuries and for thousands of years we are just moving animal, and our body is eagerly needing to move and to consume any excess blood glucose. Otherwise, that's the problem with the weight management. It starts to store it first on the good places and later on organs, and also changes completely the biochemistry of your body. So with moving and exercising, you are significantly improving all the functions of your body, but also importantly, you're expanding your general mood, your brain functions, your cognitive abilities of your brain. It decreases about 30% your general cardiovascular disease risk. It lowers your blood pressure, improves your weight management, improves your sleep quality, which is very important for any kind of insomnia. Reduce any psychic problems, any anxiety, stress, any kind of depressions is significantly improved as well with a regular movement and exercise, especially for cardio exercises, which is also a very small amount required. Importantly, many people didn't know that even the risk of cancer is decreased also around by 23% just by 3 good trainings in a week. And in addition, for later years, it's improving our joint movement, our flexibility, and reduces the overall stiffness of the body, of course, which is the most important problem in the later years. And along with a reduced muscle mass, produce problems with the balance and ability to sustain small injuries, falls, which can be very dangerous for elder people. So another important strategy is hypoxia. So it's actually hypoxia, so it's a lowered level of your blood oxygen, which is seems as a healthy and very adaptive strategy of our body. Is performed after temporary decrease of your body oxygen. So actually it's a state of hormesis, which means that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Simply said, any mountaineer, any athletes are performing their exercise just to perform adaptation of their body. But what's the most important finding is that during the decrease of the oxygen level on these levels, our body starts actually rejuvenation process. The sirtuins are starting their job to actually completely repair our DNA and our epigenome. So with losing your breath for a while, 10 to 15 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week, you will start to trigger your HIF-1 alpha. It's hypoxia triggers, which will increase your formation of mitochondria and the production of blood cells. And as we said already, NAD plus and new capillaries in your body, in your muscles, will start to rejuvenate your general stamina, your general body performance, and as well epigenome, which is the information level of your age. So what actually it means, how you can achieve hypoxia, is the most targeted kind of exercise or strategy is high intensity interval training or HIIT training, where you can do any kind of sprinting, walking, or light jogging just to achieve several intervals of increased heart rate. You can use even cycling, swimming, rowing, or any circuit training with sufficient high rate intensity of the exercise, as it comes from this name. Here you can find on this link, which will be also available, a calculator of the VO2 max, which is dependent on your age, and several other parameters will tell you how intense has been your performance during exercise. Here are the examples what actually you are targeted to achieve in a week. So 2 to 3 times a week, you have to be somewhere between your maximum heart rate, which starts as the last level somewhere on 162 heartbeats for 40 years old, and it's 153 for 50 years old man. It was just an example. Important to say, it shouldn't be too long. High intensity intervals trainings are sufficient to be only around 20 minutes long, including your warm-up, which will just increasingly start to build up your heart rate zone up to your maximum. And as you can see, with a 3, 4, maximum 5 sprints, which can last from 30 seconds to 1 minute, you should be able to perform such exercise, such improvement, such adaptation, like 1 hour training. And it's important to mention, with the additional burnout of the calories up to 30 hours, which is also one of the most important intensive burnout of the calories, one of the most intensive exercise for burning calories, 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, let's go to strength training. Why it's so important for longevity and for vitality? First of all, it's important to say, without strength training, without putting enough load on your muscles, you are losing around 1% of your muscle mass every year after your 40s. So when you're 60, you have 20% less. After 30s, you have maybe around 30% less if you do not do anything for improving or maintaining stable your muscle mass. In addition to that, exercise also increases and produces the production of the testosterone and another important hormones, also important for women. And with all the muscle groups, your thighs, large muscle groups, backs, your chest, you would be able 2 to 3 times a week perform what's needed to keep your muscle mass, your tones, your general fitness on the required level. Importantly, it's also reducing your general stress, anxiety, as we already said, along with other quite nice attitude when you can meet people in a gym. And of course, as we already said, it's preventing you from a fracture of your hips, which is a risk comparable to metastatic cancers even. And what's important, this kind of exercise also decreases amount of zombie cells, which are so-called senescent cells, which do not already produce their functions, but they're generating inflammation and are also big risk factor for starting cancers. So significant reduction of these senescent cells occurs already after 12 weeks. So here are many excuses which you can also find in your repertoire, starting with not enough time for exercise. Maybe you are too tired to start. Maybe you don't have enough motivation. Maybe you feel many other things in your life. But it's important to say, as soon you will do even a small step forward, you will start to decrease and delete many of those reasons to not exercise, which will not be valid anymore. So we will improve your life, your energy, your motivation in your life on such level that those exercise will not come into valid places anymore for you. So how to maintain actually your motivation? How to start good exercise? First of all, we will talk also later about creating a plan. It's absolutely important to have a good plan with concrete goals, your motivation, whys, your good reasons, what's important goal for you, why you are starting exercising, and what you actually would like to achieve with smart planning, which will be a separate lesson. We will talk how to plan, how to maintain motivation. With this precise schedule, you have to find things which you really love. If there are exercises, if there are sports which you really like, select them first. If there are things which you don't have to, make them on the third level. And of course, make a right mixture, make a cocktail of all the kinds of attitudes, exercises, meet with your friends, try to reward yourself with any point system. which we will do also in our social groups if we will be participating. You can have your workout buddy in a live or in a virtual life as well. Visualize your success. Try to see your progress. You can take picture of your body, of yourself before and after. Make any record in sport applications in your mobile. See it and watch how you rise, how you improve. Use any kind of psychological tools, positive affirmations. If you have coach, talk with coach about how important could be the exercise for you. Of course, we will be coaching you in addition to this basic mini course, also in our extended courses, where you will be in the support of professional coaching as well. Importantly, you have to break down your goals into small chunks, which will be more likely to be achievable for you, and you will see a progress. So you will see your dopamine response. You will feel it as your success, as a step forward. As we said, joining a community is also very good. If you have a runners community, if you have a party of somebody who is jumping, anybody cycling, swimming in your neighborhood, we will have also a community of longevity seekers or biohackers here. So you can join our social group to meet this community of people wanting to exercise for their health and for vitality. As we said already, use any kind of recording as a journal. Focus on your feelings that you have to feel important. You have to feel your benefits of the exercise, and of course, stay informed, learn, and educate about all the aspects. So if you make a summary, what you should do for longevity and for vitality, it's nothing else than just to keep moving, taking some 8,000, 10,000 steps a day, which is not so much, with just moving to a bus, maybe parking a little bit far from your usual workplace. You can use your tracker, your wristband, any sport watches, any device we are using today is able to measure your steps and making a tracking of your progress as well. Importantly, also walk after every meal. Even it's one circle around the block, maybe 10 minutes, it will significantly reduce the old resources of your glucoses and will decrease, especially before night, after dinner, your long duration blood sugar, which is also stored later in the fat tissues. So in addition to that, HIIT training and strength training, 2 to 3 times a week, both of them 10 to 15 minutes. Try to be oriented on the major muscle groups first. So your legs, your shoulders, your chest, your back. In those 3 trainings, search for a good trainer. Somebody will just prepare you a good training plan. If you will be with us, we will do also training plans in our advanced master classes. You can stay with us there and participate on those. And of course, we mentioned tracking. I'm a big fan of Samsung Health app. It's been combined with all the exercises and many plans, trainings, and coaching programs already prepaid for a Samsung community. And of course, on iPhone, there's many other applications which are valuable. I strongly recommend to choose any of those, whether it's last time for intermittent fasting, tracking, glucose checkers, MyFitnessPal, instant heart rate, and of course for coaching of your exercises, like applications like Strava or Balance, Pedometer, Step Tracker. So this is end of lesson 4. Remember, genetics and our fate is only 20%. 80% actually is in your own hands. You can decide what will be your future, whether you will be healthy, you will be full of energy, and will add up maybe an additional decades of your healthy life, your general life and vitality. Seek out discomfort, use stairs instead of elevators, try to stand as much as you possible, try to stand also behind the computer, try to raise a table up, there are such tables available, and walk as much as possible, because we are moving animal for thousands of years, and use any tricks of technologies or any psychology behind. Thank you.